Hey, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, this spider show is definitely getting the berserk treatment, and it's really unfortunate because me, as a watcher and someone that knows nothing of the show outside of this anime, is I love the world. I love the way the story is being built around this character. I love a lot of things about it, but I also am a huge hater of CGI. Like, I just can't stand it. So, to think that I am putting up with it and enjoying the story still is really giving me the Berserk vibes, unfortunately, because that's a story I really wanted to see more about, and I couldn't because the story wasn't ever going any further than, I wanted it to. So, when the anime came out and it was looking the way it did, I was still gonna watch it because I wanted to know how Berserk plays out. I feel the exact same way about this show. Literally, I can't stand looking at some of the fighting choreography or just her going against these giant CGI monsters at times. Like, there's a lot to this that I don't care for, and unfortunately, I don't think it's ever happened in the history of anime. And if I'm wrong, correct me down in the comments, please, and thank you. But like a Berserk, uh, we don't get any type of upgrade, right? Like, we're not gonna get a studio that picks up this same exact story and then just does better animation for it, right? Or like does 2D animation or whatever we like to call it. I don't think that's ever happened where we have something that just doesn't look all that good turn into something that looks absolutely stunning and continues the story. Uh, in the case of Hunter x Hunter, they remade it all together. So there's a lot of things that could happen with this anime if it is as popular as stays as popular as it is. Um, but unfortunately, we're gonna definitely be stuck with this. And if you are watching this show, you definitely know there's a lot of ridiculously interesting things happening. We have dragon eggs. We have reincarnated people into monsters who now are learning that not only can we probably see our Spider Girl evolve into something pretty sick, but we can also get into a point where we're looking at multiple people evolving from what they are already and becoming something crazy, or that humans are truly going to be like, the most or the second most dominating force when it comes down to uh, the magic, the weapons, all that different stuff they can learn. But the crazy part is, throughout this whole episode, we straight up started to go and see um, our main girl start to train a little bit, right? Like, we could actually see her getting stronger. And her first encounter with humans was an interesting one, seeing how they were trying to leave with an earth wyvern egg, and once he got stuck on a whole bunch of stuff, he winds up just giving up on the egg, running and getting out to safety, but then being brought back uh, to pretty much burn, burn any spider webs and any monsters in their way to get to this egg. So there's another plot in the story or in this episode that as soon as we got it, it just kind of like disappeared, right? Like, the egg literally gets taken away. The people hunting the egg aren't shown after like two scenes of being there. And we then go into the classroom where the kids are, and they straight up talk about that the girl who is feeling really bad about bullying and feels like she is being punished for what she's done is in a position where all of a sudden now she can become one of the most strongest or dangerous monsters ever. But because she's a lady, she ain't really worried about looking cool and being tough and stuff like that. But what she's not thinking about is her looking cool and being tough is also her being able to live, being able to defend herself, being able to protect what she cares about if she finds anything she cares about. That's what these people aren't thinking about at the end of the day is everything seems to be perfectly fine and chummy and whatnot, so why grind hard and get anything? And then on the vice versa side, you have our Spider Girl who is fighting a giant snake monster CGI and taking it down, leveling up multiple upon multiple times, and upgrading all of her skills. But to be fair, all of those skills she has built up would probably still be nothing against a dragon, seeing how she couldn't even break the egg of what the dragon was in. So yeah, I really do like the overall plot and where this world has its like powers and evolving and all this different stuff. But then you come right back to the CGI, you come right back to this girl actually like growing on you a little bit, like her voice and the way she there's a lot of people that just don't like the girl. You know, they don't like her character, they don't like the way she talks, stuff like that. And that's definitely fair because I didn't care by the way she was carrying herself as well until, like I usually just get used to these characters' personalities and stuff like that. And sometimes they're not as bad as they first come off. Like I hated Asta for a second, but I love that character now. So hopefully it's the same for this one. I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I'm your boy. Let me know what you're feeling about this show. If you hate it, love it, or if you're just gonna drop it. That being said, peace.